Welcome to this educational video on the circular economy and sustainability. Today, we are honored to speak with Mr. Christophe Marie, Product Sustainability Director at Aptar, a global leader in packaging solutions. Aptar has been collaborating with our research team at the University Gabriele d'Annunzio in Pescara, Italy, for several years, working together on innovative sustainability solutions. In this short interview, we'll explore how a multinational corporation integrates circular economy practices into its strategy and operations, and what lessons can be drawn for students and educators alike. So, welcome, Mr. Marie, and thank you for joining this conversation. First of all, I would like to ask you to introduce to our audience your company's main products.
For sure, and thanks a lot for inviting me, and thanks a lot also for the nice introduction. Really a great opportunity for us to share what we are doing and some of our knowledge. So just to give you an example of some of the products that we are producing, in fact, you will see that most of these products, you are using them most of the time everywhere in your home. So this is the case. We are operating in all different regions. So this is the case, in fact, for millions of people around the world who are able to use our solutions. And here what you can see, one thing which is important is that Aptar is really focusing on the dispensing and closure system. So in some of the examples that you see there, you can see a nice container also. We are not doing the container. We are really doing some of the time the top of the packaging, the delivery system, dosing system, or in some other cases, when you have an inverted ketchup bottle, as an example, this is the closure at the end. So as you can see, we are operating in three main different areas. We have the pharma division, where we can have some product from a nasal saline product up to a life-saving drug like a Ventolin or Narcan product. We also operate in beauty. Here we have a broad range of product for all the cosmetic, perfume, and lotion system pump. We're operating also for home care application, and you see some of them, some detergent, some cleaning agent, and also for food and beverage. And here we are operating for some water, some beverage, but also from some food. And I'm sure that you recognize the ketchup bottle here, the inverted one, which is one of the innovations from Aptar quite a few years ago, when we force our customers to invert the bottle and get this valve system, which is a dosing, ensuring a clear dosing and cleaning of the product. So these are our products, and happy to share more if needed. And you can visit our website. This is maybe one of the best ways to know some of our products.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much for this overview of your products. So, now let's move to your company's sustainability and circularity vision.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, and what does the circular economy mean for Aptar, and how is it integrated into your company's strategy?
Yeah, this is a good question to start with. Thank you for this one. So our vision is clearly that we need to move away from the make, use, and dispose model, which is the old one, I would say, to a circular one, where resources and all the resources and our packaging solution also never end up as waste. So this means that we need to keep the material in the loop. So how it is integrated into our strategic vision, in fact, what is important is to have this circular economy integrated into our strategic vision and as part of our general sustainability vision. Our sustainability vision relies on three organizing principles: motivated by care, achieved through collaboration, and improved with circularity. And when we focus on circularity, We are here helping the industry to advance some system scale change that will benefit people today and for generations to come by addressing climate change and the waste crisis. So this is really where we are focusing. This is the main principle of what we are doing, and happy to say more.
Yes, thank you very much indeed. And now, can you share some key circular economy initiatives that Aptar has implemented globally?
Yes, for sure. So, circular economy, we have two main parts, I would say. There is one which is dedicated to our product, another one which is dedicated to what we do in-house within our operation. So on our product, what we want to do is to find ways to have our product recyclable, so that we can bring back the material into a loop. We want to incorporate some recycled material, and if possible, some of the material that has been used by our product, that has been recycled from our product. We want also to develop solutions suitable for reusable solutions. So reusability is really a key challenge, in particular for some application where hygiene is very important. And in addition to that, for our operational waste management, we have set up a couple of elements for sure to reduce the quantity of waste that we generate by optimizing our processes and set up closed loop use of some of our waste. And we also set up a landfill-free program back in 2013. And the site here are required to demonstrate through a third-party audit that they reuse or recycle more than 90% of their operational waste. And as of today, we have 31 sites. We already get this certification. This represents around 62% of our sites, and we target to move to 67% by the end of the year. So continuous effort to go there.
Yeah, thank you very much. And you know that circularity and sustainability should be measured. So let's move to metrics. How do you measure the success of these initiatives in terms of sustainability on the different pillars of sustainability?
Yes, so talking about circular economy particularly, I imagine. So recyclability, we have developed some tool, and there are some different guidelines which are available depending on the region to be able to assess the recyclability of our product. So we are using these guidelines, and we are able to measure on our complete portfolio if our products are recyclable or not according to different guidelines. So in Europe, we are using, as an example, Recyclas and Cyclos guidelines. In the US, this is more APR. For UK, we're using RAP, and there are others for the different regions. So this is one first metric. For the recycled content, here it's a question of tracking the material that we are using. So we have set up some specific criteria in our system to be able to identify the different type of material that we use. So we are able to really identify in which product and what is our quantity of the recycled material that we are using. In particular, we are focusing on post-consumer recycled material because this is really the most important one. For reusability, it's the same. We have identified, we have set up some specific flag in our system to identify the product which are fully reusable. And when it comes to operational waste, this is clearly part of the KPIs which are measured by our operational excellence team, and also all the sites are tracking this very precisely because waste is never welcome for sustainability and also for pure economics.
Yes, thank you. And let's move to your collaboration with university and research centers. How has collaboration with university like ours contributed to your sustainability journey?
Here, I have to thank you a lot because thanks to you, we really made some progress in this direction. The knowledge is coming from you since a while. We have some students who integrated our teams and so on. We had good connection with university, with yours, with others. And this is really key to understand what's going on. You are ahead of what's happening, and you are setting also some tools which are helping us to measure. So circular economy is really not easy to understand. The key principle, we can understand them, but after when it comes to details, we see that it's very difficult. There are a lot of discussion, as an example, on emission calculation. So, but there are different protocols, there are different ways to account. And if we want to measure on a complete product, which arrive in the end of an end user, you need to take into account the complete value chain. And here you have to ensure that the methodology remains the same from the beginning to the end, that you don't double count, that you don't have plenty of things to be done here. So here it's really important that we get this support. We also have a very interesting pilot with your university currently on social LCA. And here this is to understand the social impact of our product. And thanks to you, we have been able to understand this methodology to identify the first KPIs that we want to work on. And we are currently running a pilot on some pharma product to better understand what's happening and how we contribute, what is impact. So we are collecting feedback from consumer, which is not so easy because we don't have directly access. And we are a B2B company, so we don't have directly access. So we are using some artificial intelligence to collect feedback from the different e-commerce platforms to understand if there are some comments that we can extract and so on. So clearly, this is very, very important to work together with university and also with the complete value chain. Because circular economy, you don't have to think about only your part. You really need to think about the complete loop and to identify the different levels and be careful that what you do doesn't negatively impact the guy before or the guy after. So really very important. So this is why we are part of different organizations also. So we are part of Ellen MacArthur Foundation as an example. We are part of Recyclas, I talked before, APR, RAP, we are part of SPICE. This is the Sustainable Packaging Initiative for Cosmetic, where we are setting also some guidelines. And here we have the different suppliers, the different brands, some organization. So really, really key to work all together and to get the input from a university.
Thank you. Thank you very much indeed. It's been a pleasure also for us to collaborate with you and other companies around. So, and to conclude, let's look into the future. So what are the biggest challenges Aptar faces in advancing circularity, and how do you plan to overcome them?
Yes, challenges, they are everywhere. So first, we have some economical challenges. Because today, as an example, if we want to move to recycled material is more expensive than conventional one. So we need to convince the brands to use it, and they have to convince the consumer to pay a little bit more. So when you do some surveys, the results show that consumers are ready to pay, they are willing to pay, but they are not doing it, or very limited. Direction. So this economic is quite important if we want to move into this direction for integration of recycled material. Also, when you are talking about recyclability, to have our product recyclable, we need to make some modification of the product. And here, to make some modification, you need to change some material. You need to sometimes redesign totally your product. And you can understand that when you redesign, you have to reinvest into new equipment, rebuild the capacity. And it is quite difficult to anticipate what is the speed of the ramp up that we have to put in place. And it's also using a lot of CapEx to do so. So this is one of the challenges. So one is clearly economic. The other one is to have access to the right resources that we need. We need recycled material. We are using today, for us, almost 100% of the material that Aptar use is polyolefin food grade. So to have access to food grade recycled polyolefin in Europe or other region, this is quite a challenge. There is not enough, and not enough of the right quality that we need. So this is also one challenge, and this is where also collaboration is important, because we need to identify the right suppliers, help them at the beginning of their process, so that we can test the material, help them to fine-tune their material, their process. So this is another challenge. And I would say that there is also another one on the top of it, is that there is also a lot of focus on emission reduction, which is a little bit different than circular economy. And somehow this is the same. This is the umbrella, because everything that we do with circular economy contributes to emission reduction. And this is something that we need to educate our customers, and I think most of the people, to really understand that and not to lose the focus on circular economy, because circular economy is good for emission reduction. So still a lot to do, and happy to do that.
Yeah, I agree with you. So we have concluded this conversation. Thank you very much, Mr. Christophe Marie, for sharing your valuable insights, because your experience shows us how industry and academia can work together to drive meaningful change. And we hope this conversation inspires students and educators to further explore the role of circular economy in building a sustainable future. Thank you very much. Indeed.
Thanks a lot to you. Thanks a lot to you.